too long ago, we came to the startling realization that we had not had a vacation in 5 years.
Although we do a lot of traveling, we hadn't actually taken time off work to go and specifically do things. So I wrote into my extension of my contract a 2 week off stretch in between my old contract and my new contract. So we were able to take 2 weeks off and do some stuff we wanted to do.
And one of those things was go to Sedona, Arizona. And while we were there, we got to see the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon will be next week. This week, we're going to take you on our trip to Sedona, Arizona. Heading out to Sedona. First stop, Sabino Canyon Pet Resort. So, Sabino Canyon Pet Resort is listed as the best reviewed pet boarding place in the area. So, and they have goats.
We were very pleased with our pets being there. And here is our first views of the Red Rocks of Sedona.
And that's how we knew we were getting there. We started seeing the Red Rocks, and we'd never seen them anywhere before. A little quick aside, the reason they're red is because they have a very high iron content. And they're basically rusting.
That's where the color comes from. There's nowhere you can go that you don't have some glorious view of Red Rocks. Everywhere you look, left, right, every corner we came around, it was like more red rocks. It's really amazing, almost like being on another planet.
Yeah, I don't think I could count the number of times both of us said, "Oh my God." And the ride there was very pleasant. It's a pretty easy ride. It took us about 4 hours. If you're going to go there, try to go on a weekday. The traffic on the weekends in Sedona is amazing. It's a bear.
We did have a good location for our hotel. It was very centrally located to pretty much everything in Sedona.
And we were on the second floor. The room that we had a partial kitchen.
Very good sized refrigerator and freezer, microwave, toaster, coffee maker. Basically all you need really for a hotel room.
And it had each room has either a patio or a balcony, which I spent a lot of time out there.
It's very nice, especially in the morning when you have your coffee.
And one of the things that was really cool is that the hotel backs onto the Tlaquepaque shopping village.
It's a big attraction there in Sedona. A lot of people go there. That's part of the reason for the traffic on the weekends. There's a lot of shoppers there on the weekends.
And we discovered this area, unfortunately, pretty much right before we were ready to leave. This is behind the hotel, and it's just a beautiful natural area. There's a creek back there that you can go fishing in.
There's a lot of raised flower beds, just really green. It's strikingly green after being in the desert so long.
Yeah.
But the creek is really nice. It'd be a great place for a picnic or walking your dog or just enjoying the nice weather. We had great weather the whole time we were there.
Which was a real plus.
Yeah.
That was nice. The pool here is a saltwater pool, and as you can see, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
They also have a children's pool for younger children that's on a different part of the property. It's basically open during the summer when kids are out of school. And it's very nice area, large pool.
And I had to naturally play with my GoPro to test out its waterproof.
And the Tlaquepaque arts and shopping village, there's a lot of art, a lot of things you can look at on the outside, as well as restaurants. This was from a Mexican restaurant that we actually ate at one night we were there. They had live music once or twice a week.
And the locals spent a lot of time dancing to that live music.
The shopping area has tons and tons of shops. You really want to be sure you take your pocketbook.
Yeah, oh yeah, and all your credit cards, because
Yeah.
there is nothing in there cheap.
Yeah, they have a lot of nice things, but a lot of it is real art. It's not just trinkets and things. There are some souvenir things, but most of it is actual art that from local artisans that can be pretty pricey.
And it's a very popular area. It's constant crowds. They had some really nice murals.
Yeah.
There is an abundance of restaurants and food choices in Sedona.
Yeah, we were able to find, because we're vegan, we are kind of particular about where we eat, but we were able to find a lot of places that even if they weren't actual vegan restaurants, we were able to find something.
And then there was Picasso's, which is the first Italian restaurant we found that had two menus. It had a menu for vegans and vegetarians, and their regular menu, which was all the other stuff.
And the food there was very good.
Oh, it was delicious. Yeah.
If somebody that wasn't vegan went and ate there, they wouldn't really even know that it was vegan food because it was prepared really well. That's my pasta.
That's there you go. And the Airport Mesa restaurant, which is at the airport, we actually were able to eat there for free because of the timeshare presentation that we went to. This restaurant as well, which is the Creekside. Coffee Pot Restaurant was just kind of a basic breakfast spot. Now, if you are into hiking, it's like Sedona is the center of the world for you.
Yeah, tons and tons of trails.
Yeah. This overlook at Airport Mesa is one of the vortexes that are in Sedona, and it's very popular hiking area because it's the easiest vortex to access.
And they have a nice overlook area where you can go and see the sunsets. That's a popular thing as well.
Right. We went on the Baldwin Trail, which is listed in all trails as a easy trail. There were definitely areas of that trail that I would have called moderate.
Yeah, we were glad we took our trekking poles because that saved us a lot on some of the ups and downs with the rocks and more difficult areas. But it was doable with the trekking poles.
And we went and saw Cathedral Rock and the Chapel of the Holy Cross, which is a chapel built into the side of the mountain.
Of course, I have to go to the crystal stores wherever we go.
And then we went on the Jeep Safari, which is a Jeep Safari. You're going straight up the mountain. And I definitely do not recommend this for anybody with bone problems, muscle issues, back problems. It is a rough ride, but it was worth it.
It was very good. Our guide was very knowledgeable about the area, and we got a lot of good information about how the rocks were formed.
And then it was heading home.
And had to pick up our fur babies.
Of course. I think Bucky was a little happy to see you.
Maybe a little bit. He probably thought we were never coming back, but he was very glad to see us.
And that was our trip to Sedona, Arizona. Next week, we're going to put out a video about our trip to the Grand Canyon while we were in Sedona.
That was a lot of fun as well. Sedona's highly recommended. Anybody of any age that wants to go, there's a lot of variety of things to do, so you can always find something that interests you and something that's doable.
And even if you're not a hiker, there are trails there that are seriously easy. I mean, there are some trails there that are actually handicap accessible. So you can get out there. And yes, Sedona is definitely highly recommended. And as I said earlier, get there on a weekday if you can. That's all for this week. I'm Felix.
I'm Cindy.
We are the Roaming Gomes. I hope to see you next week, where we continue to bring you a little less worry and a little more wonder.